Right, Honourable Speaker.
Early this week, the Adhoc Committee on Nakawa Naguru Land saga found Minister Persis Namuganza culpable for abuse of office and overstepping her mandate when she directed the Uganda Land Commission to allocate land to some companies and individuals.
It was also observed that Honourable Namuganza Persis abused her office and authority by directing the LC to allocate land to entities while purporting to be communicating a presidential directive which were non-existent.
Asked about this matter, Namuganza insists that her letters to the Uganda Land Commission in relation to the land in question were enforcing presidential directives, and the decision to act on them was upon the commission.
Because if this report, for example, was saying that I, Namuganza, I grabbed land for myself, or I used certain companies to grab for me land, maybe. But a reference. So they are like saying that I was supposed to sit in this meeting. We go have meetings with the president. I don't even communicate what transpired in those meetings, because even if he doesn't write himself, it is incumbent of you as a minister who has attended the meeting to communicate relevant authorities what has come out of that meeting for action.
To Namuganza, the presidential directives are sometimes verbal and cannot be questioned by anybody, since the president has discretionary powers.
The president writes a lot of letters, but the president also doesn't write so many letters. According to the meetings, we always have them. When you have a meeting with them, it's a Namuganza handle, Sandy saw a handle, Matia Kasaija handle that, and it's you as a minister to know what has transpired in the meeting, and you communicate to the relevant entities. And that's why they are recommending that the title we created for the hospital of the president, PC Virginia, be cancelled and reinstated in the names of Uganda Land Commission. So where are you putting the executive powers?
However, the Attorney General Chiwanuka holds a contrary view.
Right, Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, when you receive a presidential directive, you determine what provisions of the law are available for you to implement it. So you implement them in accordance with the law.
Reflecting on the matter, Namuganza says the House acted like a mob when it denied her right to fair hearing before adopting the report.
But you saw what happened was like mob justice. Moreover, in Parliament, they did not want me to speak. They did not even want me to cite that the letter is missing. So this report was misleading members of Parliament, debating things which they don't know, and passing a resolution on something they don't know actually.
So, will Namuganza respect the parliamentary resolution for her to step aside as further investigations go on?
But on this basis of a fake report full of bias, then you tell me to step aside? First of all, I belong to the executive, and I think they forwarded this to the executive. I'm sure the executive is sober, does not act the way they acted.
The minister wonders why other ministers who formed the interministerial committee that gave out most of the plots are not mentioned in the committee report.
On the issue, and they are the ones who decided these people to be paid, the ex gracias, what it is that interministerial committee that presented the report to cabinet, which the president and the cabinet okayed, and they passed it. So you wonder that those ones are not being talked about, but what they are looking for is a Kamia letter which Namuganza wrote communicating a meeting which took place some time back, even before that committee was created.
Under the parliamentary rules of procedure, the executive has 6 months to act on the recommendations of parliament from committee investigations in form of treasury memoranda. What now remains to be seen is whether the recommendations on the Nakawa Naguru Land investigations, including asking Namuganza to step aside, will be acted upon by the executive. Habad Ziwa, NTV Weekend Edition.